Welcome to another edition of 4FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist Pete Delagrata.
And I'm student meteorologist Raquel Macora.
Welcome to the show. Here it is October, and October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, so we're all sporting a nice color pink this evening. Just make sure you keep an eye out for all the weathercasters who will be wearing pink.
Yes, if you'd like, check us out on Facebook and comment who didn't wear pink on this evening's show. We got a lot in store for you today, including a little bit of the remnants of Karen made her debut around the region.
Yes, and in addition to Karen, with the government shutdown, some meteorologists have been encoding secret messages in their forecast discussions.
I read about this. This actually went viral across the nation. It was actually out of Anchorage, Alaska. The forecast discussion had a secret code along the beginning of the paragraph lines.
Yes, so every line that started off with the first letter of every line actually encoded, "Please pay us."
Definitely making a statement out there in Anchorage, Alaska. It's actually called an acrostic code that they actually put into the discussion.
Yes, and there's actually another occurrence that happened in Little Rock, Arkansas as well. So the government shutdown has been affecting everyone in the United States.
That is true. We're going to take it a little bit locally to give you a sneak peek of the show. Looking around our region, we have a lot in store for our overview, and that'll bring us right into our weather headlines around our region.
Okay, and I will be taking over for that. So let's look at our weather headlines for today. In addition to the remnants of Tropical Storm Karen, we also have drier conditions after Tuesday. Look at that, cool temperatures at night. So again, we're just going to see those nice conditions as that cold front and remnants of Karen just move its way west or eastward out of our region. And along with that, the movement of the cold front, all those showers are going to leave our area, bringing us nicer conditions, nice dry conditions, and cooler temperatures. We might even flirt with the higher 50s tonight. So we're taking a look at our national outlook right now. We see that it's quiet around the Midwest right now. Most of the action has been occurring along the Northeast. There has been a severe weather watch or severe thunderstorm watch in the Vermont and New Hampshire area, and that is due to the cold front. Now the cold front will make its way through the evening, and that will bring them cooler temperatures as well. For tonight's forecast, you can expect 66 tonight, and the range chances will diminish as we head into the evening. Now heading back to the desk with my partner Pete. Pete, what's in store next for these lovely viewers tonight?
Well, I'm looking at tonight's forecast at that 20% chance of rain. Outside of that, it looks to be a wonderful evening. Well, yeah, here we are back at the desk. Good evening, folks. Here we are. For the Northeast is our next trouble spot. You mentioned it during the overview. Severe thunderstorm watches.
Yes, and this actually has led to an airport delay. Up to an hour, some airports have been seen. So all those poor passengers who are expecting to go across the country, they're just stranded right now in the Northeast.
That's true. Any airport or flights connecting through JFK or LaGuardia in New York could have an hour to an hour and 30-minute delay as those thunderstorms work through the area. And I actually checked before the show. Philadelphia is posting a 45-minute delay as well. So if you are making your way through those airports, be sure to double-check any travel plans with your carrier.
Now at a lighter side, however, we're going to take it to our local view with, who's
hey,
going to
let's
take
send
our
it out
local
to
view?
the wall.
We'll just send it out to the wall.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, I'm your mysterious student meteorologist. Now let's check out those almanacs. We reached a high of 88 today, 4 degrees above our average, and our low was only down to 74 degrees, 13 degrees off what our average should be. But after this cold front pushes through, our temperature should be dropping down into those lows around those mid-60s, so a nice refresh of cool air should be in our region soon. However, though, currently at the airport, 86 at the airport, mostly cloudy skies, so we're feeling a little bit muggy as we go out there. 70 degrees is our dew point. That wind is kicking up at 10 miles per hour out of the north, so that moisture should start drifting off once we make our way into Tuesday. And once we make our way into Wednesday, that's when we'll have those dry conditions and pleasant sunshine across the region. Current temperatures across the board: 83 in Tallahassee, 82 in Quincy, 81 degrees up in Bainbridge, 81 as well in St. Mark's. If we make our way towards our eastern viewing area, 79 in Monticello, and a warm 82 degrees in Valdosta. Satellite and radar showed some heavier storms pushing through Wakulla, making their way into St. Mark's, but as the day has progressed into the evening hours, we're starting to dry off. We have some few pop-up showers coming into the Leon County region, but I don't think we'll see anything too heavy, so a light drizzle here and there. But once we make it our way into tonight, I think that's when the storms will stop showing. Satellite and radar expanding out. You see the cold front that's dragging all this moisture all the way through the coastal states into South Carolina, into Florida. A bulk of storms making their way into Florida and Tampa. But Tallahassee, we've been relatively quiet tonight. We had some storms push through Leon earlier today, but most of our area is pretty dry right now, which is nice. We could see some storms making their way into later tonight, but I don't think we'll see too much. As we make our future cast, we'll see drier conditions pop into the region into Tuesday. Wednesday is when we'll be starting to sit nice and pretty. We'll start getting those cooler airs. Our highs might not even reach into the 80s on Wednesday. Those early morning lows will be into the 60s, though. So be experiencing that, and that's all due to that cold front that pushed through with that remnant low of Karen. Our beach forecast, those waves are still kicking up from Karen, 2 to 3 feet. UV index isn't high. We have a lot of clouds in the region. Those winds are out of the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So kicking up those waves just a little bit. Same thing for the water, but those winds are actually up to 10 to 15 knots with those waves kicking up 2 to 3 feet. Chance of offshore showers tomorrow. That's where I think we'll see most of our storms. Jumping into our tonight's forecast, calling for a low of 66 degrees. We could have a pop-up shower, but I think those will diminish as the sun sets. Tomorrow's forecast, highs around the upper 80s, though, 88 in Tallahassee, 85 degrees in St. Mark's, and 87 degrees in Quincy. Our rain chances start dropping down, and once we make our way into the 7-day forecast, you'll see that on Wednesday is when we start dropping down into 79 degrees on Wednesday, and then Thursday through Sunday, we don't see any chances of rain throughout the whole week. We're going to swing things over to Chris as he takes us around the southeast.
Thank you, Jack. And you know, the southeast today was a house. The cold front has worked its way through half of the southeast at least. Hasn't quite made it through the capital city of Tallahassee here yet, but you can see where it has 68 right now in Tupelo. Beautiful day up there. Clear skies in Montgomery, 76 degrees and 78 in Atlanta. That's where the front has made it through, and they're off for a chilly night tonight, as we will be later on in the week. Now, dew points. This is a good story. You can see where the front is. Basically, this number is the amount of moisture in the air. So 70, whew, it was oppressive today. I don't know about you, but it was sticky outside, humid, hot, not the best day to be outside, maybe doing that afternoon run. It was quite oppressive. Tomorrow will be a much different story. And if you can already tell, well, these dew points are on the decrease as we speak, and the front is just about ready to make its approach across the western areas of our viewing area. And will be moving its way through overnight. But you can see where we have dried out and where it feels so much nicer. 49 dew point in Tupelo and Little Rock. Beautiful, and that's just a lower dew point. The more drier it feels and the more beautiful it feels outside, not very humid as far as relatively speaking. But the winds, again, that's another story of the front. You can see right where it is. If I move out of the way over here, you can see all this wind in South Florida. That is all the wind moving out from the south and west and east. Mixture of stuff out there. That the front hasn't passed through quite yet, but up to our north, that is where the front has passed through, ushering in all that cooler air from the north, and that'll be working its way through. Radar shows another story, just like I've been saying, emphasizing the front is right over Tallahassee, and it'll be moving through overnight. Moisture content, we didn't pick up much rain today. Very unlikely I will pick up any more overnight, maybe a 20% chance, but we're going to be drying out for the rest of the week, so outdoor plans looking absolutely incredible as far as the weekend's concerned and the end of the week. Sunny, though, tomorrow and all the way through the week, as far as the eye can see at least. The front's going to stall out down in South Florida, bring them moisture, but dry from North Florida to points north from Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. Very clear, no moisture whatsoever, and clear skies abound. Beach forecast, great day to get out to the beach. It's going to be a low 80 kind of day. Beautiful sunshine, abundant sunshine, waves at 2 to 3 feet, light winds. Beautiful day. Don't forget that sunscreen, though. And if you happen to take your boat out on the water, going to be another beautiful day. 2 to 3 foot seas, beautiful out on the water. Tonight, though, 57 in Atlanta, 48 in Tupelo, quite chilly, 50 in Little Rock, and 64 here in Tallahassee. And then tomorrow's highs, 66 in Atlanta, 79 in Montgomery, and a beautiful 81 degrees here with some clouds. But hey, Brooke and Jason, weekend weather is looking pretty amazing. Give us more info on that.
Hey, thank you, Chris. Indeed, the weather, as soon as this cold front comes on out, good weather into Tallahassee area, cold front moving on through. That cold front is giving some very rough weather, though, into the northeast.
Right, the New England area right now is experiencing some severe thunderstorm watch boxes in that area. So we have the New Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut, and Maine are all going to be experiencing this right now.
Yeah, and the extreme portions of the northeast, the eastern portions is where that severe thunderstorm watch box is up for. The main concerns are more or less wind damage priority. We had 60 reports of wind damage today in the northeast regions. possible isolated tornado not to be ruled out. So if you have any folks in the area, please tell them to stay tuned throughout the night until that cold front does pass. They finally see some of that nicer weather northeast that we're seeing.
Exactly. So Raquel will elaborate on that with your national.
Thanks, Brooke. Yes, the Northeast has been bombarded with thunderstorms this afternoon. A severe thunderstorm watch has been in effect this evening, and along with a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of New Hampshire and Vermont. And that has led to a lot of airport delays this afternoon. Along that cold front, we do see this line of thunderstorms and showers stretching all the way down to Miami, where there's also has been a report of a delay or airport delays as well. So after that front moves its way through, we're going to see nicer conditions, as we do see in Memphis right now. You do have that partly cloudy skies and at 69 in Memphis. Now Tallahassee, we're going to be sitting comfortably tomorrow in the mid-70s, and that is again due to the cold front just moving its way through, bringing us nicer and cooler conditions. So for tomorrow, we do see that there's a break for the northeast after that cold front moves its way through. The 24-hour temperature change is a good indication of how the temperatures just changed in the past day. Wow, look at Kansas City just being kind of rebellious compared to the area around it. A 14-degree temperature change in there. But once I step to the other side, we do see that there was a 19-degree difference for Washington, D.C., and that is because of the cold front. Now again, the cold front will make its way through the area and just bring those nicer conditions. And right behind it will be that high pressure system that will continue just making the East Coast nice and dry. For the West Coast, there is a low pressure system that's forming right around Central California, and that will drift its way to Colorado. And along that system, there is also a cold front, and that will be responsible for most of the weather, or most of the wet weather they will see for the next 24 hours. The Doppler radar right now, again, we do see now all this moisture just coming out from the west, just bombarding the northeast coast, or the northeast and the northeast coast. And again, as we step to the other side, there's a little bit of onshore activity right here near Seattle, and that is just due to the sea breeze effect, just pushing in that moisture for the area. For our region, though, we do see a lot of moisture right here. Again, those are the remnants of Karen and the cold front. Nice little zoom in effect. But as we head into tonight, temperatures are just going to stop into, or just drop down to the 60s. So how about you guys? Are you going to, Brooke and Jason, are you going to enjoy tonight's weather?
Actually, we're going to move ahead to our local. Hey, that's all right, Raquel. We're jumping locally around our region. I know that cold front you were talking about, I'm definitely looking forward to it. If I can say definitely, I'm locking in on that cold front because we reached a high of 88 degrees. That's 4 degrees above our average, low of 74. Definitely holding on to those summer type conditions. You see that average of this time of year, 84 and 61, well above our average due to that moisture content in the air. Currently at our airport, 83 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Dew point is high at 70 degrees. When you see that in the 70-degree range, something that has that moisture content in the air, so your hair doesn't do what you want it to do. You feel sultry outside. Give us one more. Cold front's going to move through, drop those temperatures, and drop the moisture. For right now, though, we hang on to 83 at Tallahassee, 79 in Bainbridge, 76, beginning to creep in from the west in Mariana. But to our east, that's where the heat and cloud cover is, 84 in Perry and 79 in Monticello. Regardless of where you look on this map, you see a deep layer of moisture. This is tropical moisture that has filtered its way up from the Gulf thanks to the remnants of Karen. Dew point of 76 in St. Mark's, and that's the temperature at which dew would form. That's very elevated. When you get that into the 70s, it feels oppressive outside. Radar right now is not showing all that much. We do have scattered showers moving in on the back side of the circulation, but no thunderstorms to report. The rain we saw earlier today has moved off to the east, but I can't rule out right along Monroe Street into Crawfordville Highway, moving south through Leon County. Possible shower through your evening commute the rest of tonight. Winds around the region, we're on the back side of the low now, and that's moving in from the north and eventually northwest. Thankfully, that will bring drier conditions behind our setup. Front, elongated from north all the way through the south. It will stall out farther south into Florida, but it'll clear our area and bring us pleasant, beautiful conditions behind the front. Clear and drier, we've earned it, folks. Been through a lot this summer, especially with the rainfall. Sign us up for some clear and dry conditions. Moving ahead to tonight's forecast, 66 degrees. Those rains will diminish through the evening, although can't rule out that passing shower for the rest of tonight. Partly cloudy after that, with the winds beginning to diminish after sunset. Tomorrow's forecast, 80 degrees. Far cry from the upper 80s we saw today, right, folks? 80 degrees, partly sunny skies, isolated showers, and a north-northeast wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. A little bit breezy, bringing in that drier air from behind the front. Take a look at this, folks. It's beautiful. 7-day forecast. Look at that, 79. How about that? Maybe even into the lower 80s for the rest of the week, with temperatures calm and comfortable in the low 60s. So I don't know back at the desk if you're liking it as much as I am, but what do you have for us back there?
Pete, well, today is becoming a beautiful day as that cold front does make its way out. On October 7th, 2013, we have a couple days in weather history, some extreme weather events. Brooke, take us away.
Right. So in 1981, Seattle, Washington received only 4 inches of rain within 24 hours. But imagine 24 hours of just pure rain. We would be so miserable here.
It would be one rainy day, that's for sure. And
Really?
into 1988, we also had morning fog in Rockford, Illinois, that reduced visibility to zero miles, which means you couldn't see basically what was in front of you. And then also into Florida, we had some record high temperatures that day.
We did, and we see a lot of fog here in Tallahassee as well. But in 1989, there were morning thunderstorms over in central Texas where they did receive almost 4 inches of rain over there.
Sounds like one rainy day, October 7th. So we did certainly see that throughout portions of Florida. Not really Tallahassee, only a couple showers throughout the night. Didn't see as much as we anticipated, at least, with this previous dissipated Karen system. So
Right. We did get some rain last night, though. At 3:30, we were just talking about how it woke me up. I couldn't see through that.
Of course, classic Florida rain, though. We're going to go ahead and broaden things out with me and around Florida nation. Let's go and look at the current temperatures happening. We have a lot of cloud cover once again from that cold front make its way through with some cooler temperatures, especially into Pensacola. Finally seeing that cold front make its way through with some sunshine there. But through portions of central and southern Florida, we do have some rain showers beginning to persist. Now, reason why, of course, the radar is showing a nice, good, broad line of showers, which indicated from that cold front making its way through Fort Myers, seeing some very strong showers, even to Tampa and Orlando. So throughout most of the next day or two, really the pattern for central and southern Florida would be a lot of showers. Now, the reason why this water vapor imagery, these creamy green colors indicating a lot of moisture in the upper levels of our atmosphere, a good indication too of where this cold front is centered. So now beginning to make its way into portions of central and southern Florida, and with drier air behind this, indicating the darker areas of orange, and that's where that dry air beginning to make its way in the Pensacola region. It's make its way through. The reason why, though, now it hasn't made its way after, because Tallahassee has seen this cold front already pass. Now we see just off the coast in the Gulf of Mexico, we have an area of disturbance that's helping to inhibit this drier and cooler air coming into our region until at least tomorrow. So the Panhandle will be seeing this cooler air and drier conditions going to tomorrow, but however, central and southern portions of Florida will be seeing consistent rain showers in the next few days as this cold front does eventually stall out into the portions of southern Florida. So places such as West Palm Beach, Miami, Tampa, Orlando could be seeing showers going into Wednesday before that boundary begins to dissipate. Now, locally, though, Tallahassee's seeing a spotty shower or two in the early morning hours. But throughout today, though, scattered showers just to north and south. Didn't see anything on campus, though, yet. At least showers-wise has not gone into our region. Zooming out, though, into the Panhandle, we see some Jacksonville, some strong showers just off towards the west. Ocala, quite a few strong showers moving in through that region. And zooming into the central portions of Florida, Orlando, well, certainly seeing some of those stronger showers make its way through currently and now just passing by. Very strong showers, though. Mainly can now always rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm shower, especially in the portions of Florida. But regardless, a lot of heavy showers are in the forecast for at least the eastern portions of the coast for Florida. Now, we've seen this pattern make its way on through as that cold front does slightly begin to push out. We see all these showers making its way out on shore. There's more showers, though, that will persist in through the nightly hours just behind it as the instability in the atmosphere is still there. So at least the central and southern portions of Florida, you'll be expecting those showers to persist going into Wednesday at least. Tonight's forecast, though, good indication that cold front's passing. Much cooler temperatures in the Panhandle, 58 degrees in Pensacola. And into tomorrow, well, like I said, the showers will be persisting into the central and southern portions of Florida. 89 degrees for West Palm Beach and Miami with some showers expected there. Look at the Panhandle, though. Tallahassee not expecting those showers until after late tonight. And after that, tomorrow's forecast, Tallahassee, well, we don't see any showers after that. We're going to go ahead though, and send it into broader portions to the national and also tropics. Pete, I know we have a few systems out there. Let's go and get information on that.
Yeah, a few things to watch in the tropics. I know you've been saturated with that all throughout the week previous, but we'll widen our view and take a look nationally at our satellite and radar, and it's basically a tale of two parts of the country. In the west, clear, although we do have a slight little system moving through the sea. For the most part, clear. Now we look towards the east, and the problem area is right here from Maine, stretching through Vermont, the Adirondack Mountains, through New York, New Jersey, and then through our nation's capital. This system, or frontal system, has caused some major delays in the northeast, including upwards of a 1 hour and 30-minute delay due to lightning and thunderstorms, as well as a few severe thunderstorm warnings previous as this moved through. So it's causing major problems there right now. A 53-minute delay at New York's LaGuardia Airport. So if you do have any travel plans that bring you through the Northeast throughout the evening, definitely reconfirm those travel plans to make sure your flights are on time. Currently across the country, you see heat beginning to bubble up into the center section, but this front you see bringing a little bit of relief down into the southeast, where it's 69 currently in Montgomery, 76 degrees in New Orleans, and thankfully for us back in Tallahassee, this will start to bring us a little bit of relief, perhaps highs into the upper 70s in the next day or two, and lower humidities, which are going to make it feel much more comfortable around our region. Water vapor nationally shows dry air in the darker colors, including brown over the Gulf of Mexico. Thanks to this dry air, which really ripped apart Karen earlier this week, dry air begins to move into our area starting tomorrow with that frontal passage, although the center section of the country remains clear until our next storm system up in the high plains of Montana begins to affect the region. Bring it out to the tropics, as we still need to keep aware of a few systems. We've made it quite a way through our list with our last named storm of Karen. If something were to develop, it would be named Lorenzo. Right around our area, Karen is no more. There's a little twist. You might be able to see it on the radar. This is just what's left of it. Nothing more than an area of disturbed weather with not all that much rainfall associated with it. We'll move ahead farther out. This is our next area of concern, north of Puerto Rico. National Hurricane Center gives us a 10% chance of tropical formation. We'll keep watching it, folks, but right now it does not appear to be a serious threat. Further to the east, off the coast of Africa, this area of disturbed weather gives us a 30% chance of tropical formation. However, it is several weeks away from the coast of America, and there is some high wind shear in its path. So good news, tropics appear to remain quiet. Well, let's send it back to the States, though, with a little bit on some snowfall at the desk.
Thank you, guys. And, you know, snowfall, we had our first blizzard of the season up in South Dakota.
Yeah, all those storms pushing through the Northeast, giving severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings. Actually, a week or about this weekend, dumped a lot of snow in South Dakota and Wyoming.
Oh, yeah, you know, Deadwood, South Dakota, 48 inches. Quite impressive.
Yeah, Grand Rapids actually accumulated up to 23 inches of snow.
Rapid City.
Okay. My apologies.
No, yeah, but for those of you who don't know what that is, you know where Mount Rushmore is? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
23 inches.
23 inches, and that was the second most that they have ever seen in one snow event. So
quite impressive, and winds up to 70 miles per hour. I mean, that's
when you get those
devastating.
strong blizzard storms pushing through, they bring gusty winds that are almost hurricane force winds actually too. So.
Oh yeah, and they closed many interstates. Most of the major interstates in the area from Wyoming to the Dakotas were closed, along with power outages, trees down, school closures, the whole shebang.
I mean, that's the best part of blizzards, though, school
Yeah,
closures,
I know.
right?
Yeah, so true. Snow days.
Yeah, but you know, we're not seeing a lot of snow here, Brooke.
No, we don't get any snow here in Tallahassee, unfortunately, but we do get some warm temperatures for October 7th. 88 degrees was your high today. We did see a break in those clouds, a lot of sun making its way on through, nowhere near our record, almost barely at 100 degrees down there, so we can't get to those higher temperatures for this time of the month. The temperatures did take a little turn. We did cool down 83 degrees right now, but you still feel that humidity outside, and there's a lot of moisture just making its way back into the area. There was a little shower earlier today. I saw some drizzles on my car. 83 degrees here in Tallahassee, 83 in St. Mark's. You're seeing a lot of 80s across the board, a little break in those temperatures up north of Bainbridge and also in Mariana. They're hitting those 70s, and we can be seeing those 70s tomorrow because of that cold front we just saw. So our current dew point, though, sitting at 70 degrees here in Tallahassee, just gives you a great indication how much moisture is in our area right now, and that is a lot of moisture, and that also feels a little uncomfortable if you step outside here right now. But you can see a lot of those clouds and rain and water activity just making its way on past us. We can get a little sprinkle into the evening again, so you want to bring your umbrella if you have any late night plans just to be safe. But we get all those clouds just breaking on through and out. If you look in the bigger picture of that cold front, just making its way, continuing moving on east, giving a lot of rain down south and over in Orlando as well, Central Florida. The Carolinas are seeing a lot of rain as well. And we spoke about this earlier, that also in New York, they have a lot of moisture there. So you can see the next couple of days, this cold front is just going to continue to make its way on down, bringing in drier, cooler conditions for us. So we do have a nice weekend in store for you. So this is Monday. We have a couple of days to look forward to, a nice big sun in our area. That cold front is just going to continue to bring rain for the central parts of Florida and down, but they will see that sunshine making its way on through. For tonight, though, 66 degrees here in Tallahassee. That rain will make its way out of the picture, but we do have some chances that it will come back. Again, we have some clouds still lingering in the area, keeping those temperatures a little bit warmer for your evening plans. And tomorrow, we're going to climb back on up 80 degrees here in Tallahassee with another 20% chance of rain. Some of those skies are going to be filled with clouds, and other skies are going to be very nice and clear, so you're definitely going to be seeing that. You want to wear that sunscreen if you're stepping outside as well, because even if there are some clouds in the area, you still can get affected by those UV rays. And for the 7-day forecast, like I was talking about, we have some sunshine finally making its way into the area. Those are tanning conditions out there, a lot of sun. And by the weekend, we do see some nicer conditions again and feeling a lot like fall in our area. 85 degrees for Friday, 62 and for your evening forecast. But we do have some fun stuff over at the desk, right, boys?
Yeah, Brooke, you know, it's Monday, but it's never too early to start thinking about the weekend,
Hey,
right,
my
Chris?
mind's been on there since midnight last night.
Yeah, exactly. We actually got a couple fun events that are coming up this weekend, and on Friday we have the Luke Bryan concert, right, Chris?
Oh yeah, Luke Bryan, Country All the Way, coming back to Tallahassee for 2 years in a row.
Yeah, we're very excited to see him. Conditions should be very nice for that concert too, so we're really looking forward to it.
Perfect blue jean weather.
Blue jean
Great,
weather,
yeah.
white tank top weather
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right,
I
Chris?
know, yeah. Maybe upper 50s that night. That'll be perfect.
Yeah, we'll probably see lows into the low 60s, but if we're lucky, maybe.
If we're lucky, yeah. And also the Greek Fest this weekend.
Yeah, we have the Greek Fest this weekend, and then we also, if you notice, all the student meteorologists have been wearing pink. We got our pink ties on today, Chris. The sorority of Zeta Tau Alpha will be having their annual breast cancer awareness run. It's a 5K starting on October 12th in the morning, so always good fundraise for breast cancer.
For sure, and great running weather. Should be in the 70s. Beautiful, clear skies.
Yeah, you do a beautiful run across the Florida State campus, so it's always a great run. I participated in last year, and I plan on participating on this year. And if we took a look into the 7-day forecast, you see those highs are only into the mid-80s this weekend, so looking really good.
Not a rain to be found.
Yeah,
I can't see any on there.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited. Only a 20% chance of rain tomorrow, so we're really looking forward to this cold front pushing through, bringing us some nicer conditions.
And those morning lows, I'm going to get up just a little bit earlier.
Just
enjoy it a little bit longer.
Enjoy that cool weather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're really looking forward to it. We could like you guys, so make sure you like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSU Weather. Also, you can always tweet us at FSU Weather and watch us on livestream at livestream.com/FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist Jack Holland.
And I'm student meteorologist Chris Bruin. And have a great week, guys, and get ready for an amazing weekend. Beautiful weather, great night.